a second. Yeah, what are we? That's where I'm. And I'm creating a party. I'm sending Nick an invite. Done.
Kiss it, swipe me, Mr. Couldn't took it quick. Hottest on the planet, got the place lit up. Fly, got expensive taste, sight and touch. We ain't on the same team, cheer up. Both of that make sit up. I ain't come to blend in, boy, I stand out. Money talks, you just popping off at the mouth. If I'm the topic, then the conversation heated.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome
to the NFL
moves, on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Griffin's Browns.
Keep marking these weeks wrong.
The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call.
Hello.
Gentlemen.
Thank you, Larry, from the shores of Lake Erie.
Playing my Browns season that I've been broadcasting for Phil.
First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've
like 7-3, and into week 11 against the Steelers right now.
And the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles
Davis.
I'm
I am
Brandon
actually.
Gordon, and Charles, we look at this
pretty
Browns
fast.
ball club. They come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak.
I mean, on paper, dude, this offense is a lot of fun to play with, besides the offensive line.
Settle in, start getting down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about the dog days of August. November, these are the dog days of football, trying to get in position for the big push.
Yeah, well,
this one
what I've realized is one spot doesn't help.
Solid
it makes it
pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive.
All right, here comes my quarterback in the fantasy league, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted
first year I've ever got him.
League, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
Ooh. Nice, man. Are you getting a game at least, or are you dominating?
They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job.
Good job,
and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things.
It will if you have like wind and stuff. Like it will take all that into consideration when it suggests for you.
A yard there, and now second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not
Guy must have some power then.
But they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Where were you playing? At home?
On second down, Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch.
I don't know, is it easier to kick there? Probably not. I don't think they're at a high altitude.
That's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
They say gravity's times 2 in Seattle.
And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to
people can only run like half the speed normal, so it just looks really weird.
Play action.
Right?
Now Roethlisberger.
Oh, I just killed Roethlisberger.
As Roethlisberger goes down.
Dude, Demario Davis.
New signing from the Jets, Demario Davis. Able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Say that again? When the Panthers try to do the screen on you?
They're led out by their quarterback, the former Baylor Bear. It's RG3.
And at his best, Robert Griffin III can be almost mesmerizing to watch. Not just for us as fans, but also
probably
for
hard
defenses.
to run it on
and he can really
Kuechly,
carve them up with his arm
because his awareness
and his
is probably
legs.
so fucking
If he puts
high.
it all together, look out. You've got a long game ahead of you.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Until they fix it, right?
And trying to give
and
a
they
lift
will.
to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at
You know, because that's kind of the
Florida.
cool thing about
He's
all
one of
those
the best
little,
ones
like,
we've seen
stat
in recent
tracks that they
years.
have on, like, how many times you run a play and the average yards. I'm sure they get all this information from all the players. The way they can make it. I mean, imagine though, like if they could build on that and then continually, like the computer could game plan against us. Then you really would have to like switch it up like crazy.
On second down, here's Griffin. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's really where like you'd have to like, damn it, I need to bring in a whole new offensive coordinator. This isn't working anymore.
Make the defender think he's going upfield.
After like a couple seasons, the computer just has you down.
Usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's
to run like new playbooks.
Use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little game.
Of course.
That one good for 10 yards.
I don't think he would have dropped to me, so it's not like I would have got him.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Griffin on second down. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver.
Well, they're going to split, but I don't think,
to run routes in
I
the
don't
middle
know.
of the field and become
We'll see.
dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On first and 10, it's Griffin. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And a look at the Steelers.
I thought the draft went well, so it was fun. I did it all. I did it all from my phone too.
That usually means spectacular.
I don't know why everybody was dropping in and out. I was on my phone and like stayed on there the whole time.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, Johnson.
Got it.
Able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
Come on, dude.
And he's able to get the first.
I like that I got DeMarco
at the 25.
and Lacey. I think Lacey's going to have a good year.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction it starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion.
Well, yeah, and then he actually took the offseason like serious and lost some weight.
The play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Griffin, escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's an
oh my God, was it ever? That was awesome.
3rd and 1.
I mean, a little biased on my side because I'm also a Longhorns fan, but just a good game and
So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday.
Yeah, and they weren't
following this.
I think you can celebrate like that when you're unranked and you beat a ranked. Even if you are Texas.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Button. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2.
I mean,
driving, but they come
maybe
up
if
on
Charlie
a
Strong came in there and he started dominating, but I feel like this is finally going to be his year where you see some actual progress.
On third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks.
Dude, that run by Swoops where he like hurt 3 people was just like ridiculous.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Gets it to Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Josh Gordon. So I sat Josh Gordon the first 4 games in this season. And then I traded away Paul Kruger, Arkevius Mingo, and I just got rid of, I traded Justin Gilbert to the Steelers.
Because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration
and I'm building a new stadium for the Browns. I mean, I feel like
and I think that's what we just
after Cleveland Cavaliers winning the
this will be a touchback. Last year would have come winning the
NBA championship, we got some money coming into the city. Now maybe we could build a new home for the Browns.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, it's crappy enough to where you can still relocate or
they'll run it now out of the gun.
Build a new stadium. Like it had a really low rating.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
So I'm building like a state-of-the-art facility.
Solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
5 yards to gain here on 3rd down. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Baskin had a cool season where he was
from the gun on
the
3rd
Browns,
down,
and he like simulated the first season, and then
complete.
Brought on Cardell Jones.
On the play and a 1st down.
And he was trying to play with him or whatever.
I'm going to show
Little
my age here
Ohio State,
we used to
Ohio.
talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Sign all the Ohio State players.
So old. You're only 65.
All right, Agba.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
Nice. I drew him off sides.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryan.
Kursky.
It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Kursky.
And he takes
touchdown.
Back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play?
Are you playing on All-Pro?
And then the ability to catch the football and take it in
Okay,
the
me
opposite
too, and I
direction.
feel like the computer just sucks.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position.
I'm literally to a point where I just have the computer call my plays, and I feel like I can still look at the defense. I don't know. They don't do much on me.
To start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
I will literally ask Madden the rest of this game, and they probably will maybe score 1 touchdown. And I have the Browns defense.
Play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays.
Ooh.
2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
I think I just got the hit stick down, bro. Like, I cause at least 3 or 4 fumbles a game.
Down run, and at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like
God, Miami's record's 1-8.
Still ended up with a solid game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across.
I'm just looking at the bottom ticker, and all these teams that are 1-8 on the season in my league or whatever.
Play, 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray.
I'm thinking about switching teams too. That'd be kind of cool to do.
Hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
They run with Richardson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's
fumble. Got it.
And they take possession 2 yards.
Sack fumble on Ben Roethlisberger.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense.
Yeah, he's throwing a pick 6. He just turned it over. Who was that? Ooh, that was Kindred, man.
Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now Cleveland geared up to take.
So my safety got hurt like week 1, and I had to have this backup rookie take over, and he's just been like having the season of his life. He's got a pick 6, a couple sacks. I think he's got 3 picks, I think.
That means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run, and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this.
Yeah, I like it too.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando.
Well, maybe it's just that you make, you run a good offense, you know?
I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it's good enough for a Cleveland 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down.
It's a great
feeling. Some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, that led to a really nice game. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Griffin. And
touchdown. It's Gordon.
Cleveland. Josh Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
That was so easy.
Add 6 to their lead.
I've never even ran that pass play.
First half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And it is now 21-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take
I lowered
the field.
Tony Romo's injury
Last
in my
time,
season, so
that's
he
sort of been symptomatic of their
get hurt.
struggles here in this
I need to do the same
Good
for
word.
Teddy B.
I like it, Matt, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. It's like we're getting symptomatic.
Yeah.
I like
At any
that.
point, and you can edit him back at any point.
What I like is that you gave me the word.
You can do anything you want now, dude. It's so awesome.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Again, my favorite thing is that in my season 2, I'm editing all the. There's a period in between the draft and the beginning of the preseason, and it's called the draft recap. And you can go through and look at every team and who they've drafted, but you can also edit all of them and turn them into real people. And so that's what I'm doing, like turning it Deshaun Watson and Leonard Fournette.
3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
So then we can actually play the seasons together with these rookies, man, and take turns editing them and stuff before we start the season.
Significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's
Well,
got
he's
the
just
AFC
my
leader
example.
receiving yards last year, Antonio Brown. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Yo, Dakota Fruit Cup, or like what I like to call now is Dak Fruit Cup. He looked pretty good.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Hashtag Dak Fruit Cup.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
But the Ducks are starting 4 freshman red shirts. The red shirt
2nd
freshmen.
and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger.
So it was rough, bro.
Tight end Green. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah. Yeah, we fumbled the first punt on the 5-yard line, and then they scored.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Oh, man.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd
What a
and
crazy
long.
ending to that Texas game. Like, he juked 2 people.
Again,
It was like
it's
insane.
Roethlisberger. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now
He
it's
should have got
3rd.
tackled right away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
It was like, it reminded me of Vince Young so much at that moment.
Pressure through incomplete. Now Ben on 3rd and long.
Oh my
Hang
God.
on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Hang on to
As
that,
tight ends
bitch.
go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that
They just
play.
threw a perfect pass, and I hit like the shit out of this guy so hard he couldn't hang on to it. Good
Here's Jordan
replay.
Berry now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and
Happy
continue
Labor
on
Day.
into the end zone for a touchback.
What is this? What is this day for? Like someone somehow got this day made up? How genius.
They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. And there's a flag on the play. Dumping it off for Johnson.
I get paid today. Yeah.
Holding offense.
It's closed. They're closed.
Still 1st down.
Isn't that crazy? They close and then they pay the every employee. for the day.
From the shotgun, Griffin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And that's the great thing about whatever guy we had that started our company, you know.
You can't run with the ball until you catch
Jim
it.
Senegal.
Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Oh, I know his name. He's legendary.
Out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
21-0.
As we send you down to our EA Sports. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Pick City.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Being
they built
a
a good
jerk.
first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups.
Good.
We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit
giving
of
it away.
pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that.
Duke's tearing it up.
Grind their opponents into submission.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Average.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how
I know. I was
much
trying to
time
talk
is
to
on the
Phil
board
about him, and
you know, what you need to
he
do.
doesn't like him that much, I
Sometimes you don't have
guess.
to
I
worry
don't know.
about that.
I
That's
was
just
like,
smart
well, you
football.
will after this season.
That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there.
I'm really pulling for RG3 here. Hope he does good.
Out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They come up in an offset eye. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll cut it out to the sideline.
Touchdown, Duke.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with
45-yard run.
8 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that.
Usually
one,
division games are harder than
plays,
this.
when they result like that,
Like, I just lost to the Ravens, like, on a last-second play.
Off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will.
Yeah, but I was slacking on my game. You know what I mean? Like, I was up 21-0, and I just those games that I lose like that are because I'm like bullshitting in the second half.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second.
I always
half.
let off the throttle, man, and
Down
play
in
like a
this
different
chance
game
for the
plan
offense, though,
when I'm
to
up
put
by
something
too
on the board,
much,
get
because
some
I don't want to
momentum
win
here
like
in half
56-0,
Try and get
and
things
then sometimes it backfires on me.
And you know at the half,
Like I'll give them too much momentum or something.
How they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the
How many
time.
plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just
Are you
something
playing?
to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Roethlisberger throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a first.
Hey, can I give you a tip?
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown has turned himself into such
you must have won like MVP.
A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination.
Hey,
or work
have you
ethic,
simmed
and Big
the
Ben
week
welcomes
yet?
that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do
Oh,
so.
sweet. Go over to the schedule
Run it now, out of the gun.
and go look at the playoff schedule.
42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5.
I'll just tell you, if you go to that league schedule, you can look and see who's playing, and then, I mean, I like to actually pick the teams that would make more sense to either win. Like, I don't want to play the Browns in the Super Bowl, so you can manipulate those games and make sure that, like, you know, you at least get a good game.
If you're running out route, it's likely.
I mean, only if it's like a team that makes sense and a team that doesn't. I usually will manipulate it.
The benefits of practice: toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Yeah, so.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice
no, you're right. I mean, they could definitely, but and in that situation, they can probably go either way.
That's a terrific job by the defense.
So, like, in that one, you can just let it go if you wanted. See what happens. What about on the other side? Like, who are you going to play in the Super Bowl?
Line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, that's another reason to be able to manipulate it, just so you can have stuff like that. And the rematch is on. And the newly acquired linebacker, Lamar Woodley. Yeah, see? I mean, like, that's kind of usually a given because a lot of other teams don't really make sense that make it in the AFC.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Ooh.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the
but they want Tom Brady.
Tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman.
Touchdown, Corey Coleman.
The 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns continue to roll. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it. But
well, I was thinking a rematch with Pittsburgh would be kind of cool because they took one from you.
Didn't happen.
You know, 4.
Confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 1st down.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Wheaton. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Coates. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits,
I'm trying to hold him from scoring on me right here.
Which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker
got a damn
than
shutout.
it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Trying to ruin my day.
With some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming
Peyton
from,
Manning's done
went to
that.
a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Yeah, let's be honest. He didn't really do a whole lot
Now Chris Boswell
in this last
for the
one here.
Steelers field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get back.
Yeah, wasn't it like 178 yards and an interception?
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory.
He didn't throw a touchdown.
No team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame him for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame him one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg.
Yeah.
And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first. Now, you see these numbers, and a week ago when he struggled, it just seemed like everyone was, the world was closing in on him when he was handed the football. Here, the hole seemed to be opening up.
Yeah, last week it appeared that he was running against 13 or 14 guys, didn't it? And I think last week, they just couldn't get in sync.
Gary.
Blockers, him, no matter what. It was almost like if they blocked it well, he picked the wrong hole to run through. If he picked the right hole to run through, there was just no hole really. People would swarm and knock him down. So what we're seeing this week is everything together, got it figured out, and he just seems sharper. I don't know if it's a better week of preparation or what went into it, but he looks like the guy we know.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second down, 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now it's Griffin. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
They run. It's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are pouring it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Traded for Artie Burns from Miami.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before
got it
for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Screen play, Johnson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go with Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He'll give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, I'll tell you, this guy's had a monster game on the ground. So if you're going to go for it on 4th and short, it can't be any secret who's going to get the ball. And sure enough, he's going to add to his total here as they pick up the first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, it's Crowell. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. The Browns will go. It's Griffin. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, Charles, I don't know what you want to call this, a blowout, a laugh, or whatever it is. This was not a game.
And I believe that you saw this coming early, identified it right in the beginning of the game, and it played out that way.
Well, and it did.
Get the camera out of my face.
Just a lot of confidence coming away from this one.
Confidence for them.
Yeah,
for the other team, though, boy, what a dismal, dismal day.
So for the Browns, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.
Ooh, that Kursky pick 6. Ooh, Coleman bomb.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
So long.